Hi there and welcome to week 3 of Gladiator Manager. This week we're going to be going for our first win, if we possibly can, after a couple of very poor weeks so far, mostly involving Bettina and her hopeless discipline. Okay, so we have got our popularity is down to bad due to our poor bravery and cowardice displays of running away. So this week we're up against Lincoln, who are in first place, potentially a difficult battle. So let's see this. They've got some of their key people injured, which is great for us, including Lucy, who seems to have been one of their key people. Otherwise we've got, previously they fought with this defender and this gladiator, so we like to have a leader and a rotarius if possible. And we actually have half-decent rotarius here in Sasha. We don't have any leaders, so we're going to go with Helga, and who else shall we pick? Maybe, should we give Bettina another go? Let's give Bettina another go. Third time lucky. Here we come. Okay, so now that we're up to 3 on 3, things are getting a little bit more complicated, and so we did not win the leadership battle, so we've got to start off in the formation we find ourselves in. So we've got 2 rogues up against some gladiators, and they've put a defender up against our rotarius, so nobody's got any class advantages at the moment. So we're just going to charge straight in and see what happens. Okay, so we managed to knock in some damage on Jamie there. That's good. That's a good result there. But unfortunately, Helga attacked Libby and got disarmed in the process. Pretty hopeless. So we're going to have to try and pick up our weapon as Helga. Sasha put in some good damage, so we're going to keep going with her. And Bettina, unfortunately, has had a terrible time there. Missed the charge, critical fail in control loss afterwards, and so is now badly down on control. So Bettina is going to have to try and defend, and we recall she's quite good at dodging, so that's the setup. Not quite good enough at dodging. Sasha doing a good job there, and Libby moving over. So Libby's closed in while we've managed to pick up the weapon at least. So we'll try charging in now with Helga. Sasha's going to keep pressing the advantage. We're going to go for the legs now and see if we can knock Jamie down. Bettina's just got to try and do her level best to dodge. And she has done this time. Venevalia actually tried a precise strike there, which could have caused some serious damage, so Bettina did well to dodge that one. Helga and Libby do some minor damage to each other, and Sasha actually manages to do a slight nick to the shin there against Jamie, so that's not too bad. Her strength is only 16, so that didn't help, and unfortunately the defender's toughness was quite good as well. Although actually Jamie seems to be injured from a previous fight, so she's only partially recovered from the previous fight there. Okay. Sasha's missed this time. So has Helga. Alright, let's try and put Bettina onto the attack. Luckily Sasha didn't really lose much in the way of attack there. Helga, I think we better go onto the defensive. She's pretty good at dodging. Nice, Sasha doing some more damage. Everybody else standing off. As usual, Bettina is disobeying me and being a chicken and standing back. Sasha pressing the advantage. And Bettina still disobeying. Great, so Helga's managed to dodge there. You can see actually when the attack symbol is horizontal or when it's vertical, those are either cutting or thrusting attacks. And if you can manage to try and parry against horizontal, that works better, and if you try and dodge against vertical, that works better. So if Libby keeps on trying to go for horizontal type cutting attacks, then we might want to switch to parrying, which will be more effective. But we did right there, so let's switch to attacking. Okay, doing some minor damage. Bettina's still disobeying me at every step. Good little bit of damage all round. Taking a little bit back ourselves as well. Okay, nice. Libby, my opponent there, is missing an attack against Helga, so we're getting some really good control all round. Ah, someone's retreated there. Bettina has actually run away, so we'll charge her back in. Decent, she's actually done what I told her to for once, so we're on the front foot here. This is great against the league leaders. We do have a slightly better team out this week, and Lincoln is suffering from some injuries from their previous problems. Bettina continues to do nothing that I tell her to. And even when she dodges against my instructions, she still ends up getting hurt. Helga's taken a minor trivial injury to the arms there, but no biggie. And a miss there. Fortunately, Helga and Libby both miss each other, so no big deal there. Okay, Sasha is gaining some really impressive control at the moment, and that's partly because she's a Rotarius class, and every time the Rotarius hits with its great long trident, they get +5 control. So if you've got someone with high accuracy and her skill is very good for Division 5, then over time they're just going to build and eventually get up to 91 control like this, which if she lands a hit could cause some critical damage. And Bettina, meanwhile, finally does what I tell her to, stabs Venivalia, and actually gives her a stab wound through the shoulder there, which is going to cause her to... Yep, she's suffering difficulties across the board now with her accuracy, with her attributes. So that's brilliant. Bleeding as well. The rogue, of course, causes extra bleeding, so whenever she lands a flesh wound, she does a bit more bleeding damage. So that's all great, and her morale is right down to low, and she's panicking. So Bettina, amazingly, might actually be on the way to taking a win there, and things are all together looking up for us. A few shots to the armour. Sasha continuing to press home. Very, very nice. Oh, Bettina runs away because, of course.
I am ready.
Oh wow, Helga's landed a massive hit there. That is huge. What happened there? Helga. Fantastic. Slashing attack. Critical success to strike through the armour. Gets through a damaged part. Critical success on a critical strike. And so a massive 220 damage to the right foreleg, cutting it off, knocking the opponent unsurprisingly to the floor. Massive attack there, partly due to critical strike, high control. Very, very strong there. What a hit by Helga. There we go. Alright, so we're going to try and move Helga in so that she can double up on Jamie, and we are well on our way to winning this battle now. Cool, we've got Helga in to double up. We're going to send her straight into attack. Hopefully make fairly short work now of Jamie. Oh, Bettina's running away again. She really is useless. She might have to be sacked at this rate. Okay, Helga and Sasha just slowly bashing away at Jamie. Not finding a way through the armour just yet. We might have a look at that armour in a second. See where we're at. Oh, nice. Nice, I think that's probably the end for Venivalia. Yep, Venivalia's gone. So Bettina actually, for all that I've been telling her that she's not doing a good job, she gets in a serious stab wound to the stomach there. Fantastic stuff. Rolled really well on her strength roll. Double damage due to pre-existing injury there. Tons of bleeding even if she hadn't retreated, and that's the end of her. 3-on-1, essentially game over. Potentially the computer AI might just resign with Jamie, but no, they're going to fight on. Obviously they want a braver attempt, because at the moment they've just been running away. Although I suppose Venivalia survived 2 injuries, which isn't bad at this Division 5 level where morale doesn't tend to be high and people do tend to just run away. So yeah, we're just gonna see this one out. Jamie's actually managed to defend one of those. She is a defender, so she's quite tough. Yeah, we're starting to get through the armour now. Oh, she's holding her morale very well there with a critical success on the morale roll. So let's look at that armour. It's getting reduced all over now. So anytime there's a blow lands, there's a roll done against the armour condition, and it's a straight up roll out of 100. So if you've got 78 condition as you do on that right leg, then you've got a 22% chance of getting through that damaged armour. The lower it gets, the higher the percentage. Now that we've got that armour down all over the place, chances of the blows getting through are going to get bigger and bigger now. And there we go. Minor injury to the shin, more damage to the armour. Again, minor damage to the palm. And a bit more armour. Morale is standing well, actually, to be fair to Jamie. Very good. She's got pitiful control right now. We're getting free strikes on her. Once you've got high control, you'll sometimes manage to just get a strike that they can't defend and they can't fight back on. Oh, decent damage there. 18 and 23. Armour's really starting to get smashed up. Oh, Jamie manages to do a tiny bit of damage back to Sasha there. And Bettina is now exhausted as well, so misses her go there. Armour's looking very good on our side. It can be very difficult for Sasha to get through, for Jamie to get through rather. More good hits. Head armour beginning to look tatty. Everybody's starting to get a bit tired, just pummeling away at Jamie. There we go. Slightly decent hit to the foot there. But Jamie does have some high morale. Bravery 23 is quite decent for this level. That's probably helping her. Bettina and Helga out of energy. They just need to take a break. Just need to find a decent hit. So now what I could do is I could start targeting that right leg because it's so low on the armour. At the moment I'm operating just on the basis that everywhere is in trouble, but yeah, let's keep going for now. There we go, this looks a bit more promising. Minor damage again. Yeah, unfortunately, that toughness she's pretty tough as well. Yeah, toughness is very strong at 29 at this level, so that's why we're struggling to do any serious injuries to her. She's a tough old defender, this one. Another minor injury to the stomach. And morale is starting to drop now. Just beginning to go down. She's got angry as well. Decent hit to the foot. Yes. Another minor injury, this time to the head. Morale decreased again. There we go, more minor injuries. So you can actually end up defeating an opponent by 1,000 scratches in this way, where the morale slowly goes down, bleeding as well. Once they start losing too much blood, which even these minor injuries will be taking a little bit off, then eventually they're gonna pass out unconscious or just give up. Nice, decent hit there. Jamie, angry, just a beast, taking hit after hit here. And another. And another. So now as the fights go on a bit longer, you start getting bonus damage due to recklessness in a long fight. Everybody starts getting a bit more angry, a bit more desperate, and so some of those injuries might start to get a bit more serious as Jamie tries to do something about it. Yeah, hitting almost every time now. Jamie's still fighting on, so at least this won't hit Lincoln's popularity quite so hard. I need to hire some stronger fighters, because these guys, 12, 16 and 7, are not doing quite enough for me right at the moment. Apart from Helga's amazing hacking off of someone's leg earlier. Here we go, we've got them. We've got her. She's given up. She's gone unconscious. As we suspected, she just kept on taking too much bleeding over and over again, and she's fallen unconscious. So victory for Legion. There we go, and actually Jamie's heroic last stand has actually resulted in Lincoln gaining popularity despite 2 of their fighters yielding, and despite Jamie not actually having any particularly serious injury in the end, but she fought hard. Great accuracy for us there. Better popularity and reputation, and a bit more money in the bank. Decent stuff. Star performance allegedly from Bettina. Not sure about that. I suppose that when she did do what she was told, she did quite a good job of it. Close match there between Woki and Ferriby. 3-2, down to the final 2. So, week 4, next week, we're going to have the opportunity to hire some new recruits, so that's going to be super cool. We'll see where we get to with that. Let's look at the league. 3-0, that result has helped us massively, put us back up into the table despite our 2 losses. Even out our for and against ratio, so we're in decent form there. Okay, cool. See you next week on Let's Play Gladiator Manager. Thank you very much for watching.